boom.
That is it.
That's it, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Energizer Podcast.
Your favourite podcast.
You already know, man. Today here with your boy T.
And your boy Ty.
You get me? Today is one of them introspective ones. One of them. Let's take a little sit back and reflect for the past 2 years it's been on the podcast.
2 and a bit years, man.
2 and a bit.
It's a lot of reflecting.
It's been a journey, bro, man. And when you think about it, it's all started from one little party that we went to.
Yeah.
That took us down a 2-year rabbit hole.
That's actually crazy.
Bro.
Let's talk about that quickly. Like, and we've said this before, but like,
you know the story.
You know the story, yeah. But just to summarize, so I went to a party at my good friend's, Joe, obviously our boy now.
Joe.
Only a few people was invited. Shout out Carter was one of them. He decided to invite the whole hood. You know what I mean? Before you know, 100 soldiers are turning up. Tay being one of them soldiers there. And then everyone was getting kicked out. I was moving like a body warmer? Body bouncer. I was moving like a body, whatever, yeah. At the party trying to kick people out. Bodyguard, that's it, yeah. Love. And then I was kicking out everyone, and then I ended up speaking to you, bro, because you was the only one who was like, I don't want to say that, not moving like a...
It's calculated, man.
Do you know what I mean? Moving like an idiot, put it that way. Yeah. And then since then, we connected on a business wave. Ty creates the trendsetter, and then a friendship grew, and then now 2 years later, we done some crazy stuff, bro. That's mad. That's
what we do, yeah? Let's bring it back.
That's actually so much.
Let's talk about some stories that they don't even know about.
Yeah.
We'll go from the start up until
like what? Like what?
You don't need to bring up the mad stories because there's some things that they never touch these cameras.
You get it?
You get me? But so let's start off with let's start off with the first time we stepped out. Remember that?
Yeah, we went and you forgot your ID.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what's crazy? Before that day, that's the first time I ever hit a club, you know.
Swear down.
I never touched the club before that. So where I'm thinking, I should have been thinking about ID, but I'm not thinking about no ID, bro. Like I'm just going out.
That's crazy.
That was my first time going out clubbing still. I remember saying to myself, shit, like I forgot this is what you're supposed to do.
Bro, I was like talking to Tate earlier in the week, like, yeah, bro, let's go club, he's on it. And then I get to your yard, everything's cool. We get on the tube now. I'm like, bro, you ready? Yeah, you got your ID? He's like, what? Like, no clues. I'm thinking, flip's sake, bro. Like, the one thing you need when you're going to the club is your ID. You don't even have that, bro. But that was an interesting night.
And I feel that day there kind of set the tone to the rest of the 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
What I mean when I say that is, we turn a negative situation into a positive outcome, bro. Like. And that's kind of been the theme of this whole situation. There's been bare things happening with the podcast, but we always found a way to keep it pushing. Yeah. And we're going to touch on that later on how we're still going to keep it pushing. Forward, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, defo.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that we didn't get into bare clubs. We didn't get into the...
We basically didn't get into 90% of clubs. Bro ain't got his ID. Yeah. You don't know how it goes if you ain't got your ID. Especially as a guy, like... See with the girls, they like I have some female friends and they're like, oh, like I didn't have my ID, like he let me in for free. That ain't happening to me, innit? I knew it for you, so it wasn't getting into most places, but we did get into a couple places. Just had to just maneuver it, and it was a good night. I'm not gonna lie, like I was moving down, remember at the end in a taxi, and I was
I got the snap.
Yeah, bro, I was too fast. At like 3 a.m. Yeah, like 3 a.m. in central London, but we had some good memories, man. I can't lie.
Was that before or after you went to Tiger, that seashore spot that time?
Good question. I think that was before.
Is it?
Yeah, because
the club was before.
Yeah, the club was before because we hadn't really planned much of Energizer before. We just became, we went club, became brethrens basically. Then we went Tiger Bay. Had a little shisha spot, lounge, whatever, and then I want to say, something's up with the camera in it, but that day was crazy. That day was crazy. But yeah, literally, after then, Tiger Bay, we started talking about the podcast and whatnot.
So that's where the podcast came about, and then, actually, let's bring it back to that then. Why did you want to start the podcast? We touched on this already, so let's not talk about it too much, but why did you want to start a podcast?
In short, I'd seen a lot of podcasts at the time and like, you know what, I have opinion I'd like to add. Second of all, I was already doing a podcast with my other friends at the time, but it didn't really get no traction. We didn't end up releasing it after like filming quite a few episodes, which is a bit of a bummer, and it just kind of made me realize that I want to start my own thing rather than being a guest on somebody else's platform. I want to have my own platform, but I don't want to do it on my own. We just become friends, and I'm like, you know what do you think about this, bro? And then you was on it, and I was like, cool, like, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Energizer was born.
Energizer. You came up with the name Energizer store.
Yeah. So I was planning one day. Bro, you know what? I was just thinking about myself, bro. And as you know now, and you're the same, I just got bare energy, bro. Like everyone who actually knows me, you know that I've just got mad energy. I do my thing, whatever. So I was like, how do I want the people watching the podcast and watching the content to feel? I want to feel like they're getting some of our energy. I want you guys to literally feel charged up. And then I kind of just fell into play like Energizer, because Energizer gives you energy, and then you was the one who came up with the charged up. Like it just makes so much sense now, but
Nicely, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Execution. Got the idea, got the little tagline. I remember you came over to my dad's house, or was on the phone. I was at my dad's house. I was like, boom, let's find the instrumental, cop the instrumental.
Yeah.
That's the Energizer beat that they
Yeah.
Same beat, and then boy, that was it, man. Found the studio.
Alright, let me ask you this, as we always do, what's the lesson in that?
In what?
Gem number one. In like that, what you're saying. So that process of us starting up the podcast, considering we just established a friendship, and now we're in some way or form kind of getting into a business venture together. What would you say the lesson is within that?
Quickly, we say it all the time. Success loves speed.
We don't say, but
ain't not a change, but it's been 2 years. We've got started on this podcast. But success loves speed.
Yeah.
But success hates slowness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it hates slowness. Slowness and success is real up, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like anything you're doing in life, it's like if you take long to do it, bro. That momentum's everything. I feel that. Do you know what I'm saying? When you first get that idea, you've got a whole boost of momentum, and you need to utilize that. If we had this idea, we sat on it for 3 months, 4 months. We made little moves, but didn't really make that much action. Yeah, it would have died down. Do you know what I'm saying?
It would have.
Success loves speed, and I feel like just figuring it out as you go along, bro. Because we didn't know shit about our podcast.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing.
Never filmed no podcast.
Cameras, that's a whole palaver you can get into editing, and
I don't think I've ever even sat in front of a camera and spoke before that point.
No, I had, because I did the podcast before, but like I wasn't doing any. I was just literally turning up on the day, and someone was saying, "All right, you're starting, go," and just talking, like doing this whole thing of understanding editors, how to work with people, cameras, SD cards, all that. Nah, bro.
It's new territory.
It's new language, bro.
New territory, but that's what you need to welcome into a life. Like new territory. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say for me, the lesson that, like, reflecting on that kind of journey from us getting started, is that sometimes you gotta like step into the unknown and like just take a risk. Because on paper, why would we get into a podcast together? Because I wasn't your closest friend, you wasn't my closest friend. We literally known each other for about 3.5 months, and now we're starting a podcast together. Like, you're telling your peoples, I'm starting a podcast with Ty. They're probably thinking, forget the podcast, who's Ty? Do you know what I mean? So like, I think sometimes when you meet someone who like has the same energy as you, same vision as you, like you just got to just fully commit. Do you know what I mean? Because if I delayed, I don't think, one, we would have been like as close friends as we are now, and two, there probably wouldn't have been a podcast. Or maybe between the two of us, there would have been a something, but it wouldn't be Energizer. Do you know what I mean? So to Tay's point, success does love speed, but also take a risk. Sometimes, like, you've got your peoples, whatever, that you've been known, but sometimes it's good to start something new with a new person, like new chapter. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what's as well, bro? And I want to actually look at this. I want to go back and look at this. We've grown on camera.
No, it's weird, you know, like
we've gone through so many different phases and points within this 2 years, like very different things. Like, we've actually grown. If we look back like, through the episodes, we're gonna see like the gradual growth. Not even just in terms of like us personally, but also our looks as well. I don't have no beard.
Neither, bro. I was bare mulga, skinhead vibes.
It's crazy. Our hairs will change about bare times. From low hair to high hair to low hair. You've got braids, basically dreads.
That is mad still. I think, even adding on to what you're saying, you guys, after you watch this episode, I want you guys to go back to the very first episode we've done, and just leave a comment on that one and be like, I'm here from this episode, and show some love. Because
that first episode ain't really the first episode.
That's another thing as well. Like, you learn on the way. I think the mic was the audio was out of sync, and I think we didn't agree with the things we was talking about. Like, that was the days where we just wanted to hop on and just talk. We didn't really find that our niche. I ain't got it. I don't have it.
Crazy.
No, I don't think I have the episode, but I think within that,
funny, just sorry to interrupt you, bro. We was both pretending that we weren't shook. On that
I see it all the time. That man.
But we was pretending like we was calm. But, and we didn't have this conversation. I don't think we did anyway. That we was both scared. Because obviously, like, we're new friends, so you ain't gonna admit to me that you're shook.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
And I ain't gonna do that. So we're both trying to come with this hard, like I'm used
to exterior, like it's
really
easy, right?
We're both shook. Do you get me?
Yeah, I think one day I'm gonna do this, and I know you're probably gonna do this soon, and I'm asking you guys to do this as well. Yeah, just look back, like watch the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
And then you just see the growth. Like even when we was in a different studio, so like shout out Jukebox, shout out Savage Dan and Moses. Like going from the first one we was in, then to the back, then to the next room, then to the back again. Like bro, like.
We've had some experiences, bro.
It's been a journey.
Bro. So let's talk about some more things then leading up to that. So what else has happened, man?
Portugal. You know what, my boy, Large Abhishek, I was with him yesterday and he was like to me, was walking to like a co-working space together and he was like, yo bro, so yesterday I was watching like bare of your episodes on YouTube and I was like, yeah, like love, normal. And then he's like, oh, I came across your vlog. I was like, oh yeah, the vlog. Like I even forgot about the whole Portugal and he was watching it and he said to me like, bro, like you lot are just like me and my man then when I go out like and have holiday. Like Portugal, that was a good experience.
And again, those are like, that's another situation where we just said, fuck it, let's just do it.
Bro.
But do you remember what happened? Like, we was both at work, You said to me, listen, I'm going away to Portugal.
Yeah.
No, you told me before, but
you
told me a couple of days before. He's like, you're going to Portugal? I said, yeah, bro, I'm not even on it. And then I came to work, and then I heard you and YC talking about
Yeah,
I'm going to go hotel and whatnot. I can't lie, that was, I fell for it, bro.
FOMO that.
Yeah, bro, FOMO that. I said, you know what? Fuck it,
fuck it, man.
That day, I said, yeah. Then I shouted with Kaya, my cousin. I said, listen, I'm going to Portugal. We're going to be 18. This is your 18th birthday.
Yeah, man.
Boom. Couple days later, or weeks later, whatever.
We're there.
Out of there, bro.
I think, see, that's what I'm saying about success, love, speed. Yeah, you might have like been like, damn, like Ty's gonna be living it up. Like I'm gonna get involved, whatever. But either way, you just like I decided to do it and you done it. That's one thing I rate. Like, cause enough man will be like, yeah, I'm coming and don't go. Why you laughing? Why you laughing?
I'm just thinking about Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal was a mad holiday. I can't lie.
Big time on that holiday, man. What was the highlight of it? Obviously, we know what we're thinking about. What was your highlight?
I'd say my highlight of Portugal, one of my highlights was going parachuting. Paragliding. Oh, this the whole activities because paragliding with Yuri was lit. We man like Dino, we was meant to like put your legs down and we ended up in the water. Remember that? Yeah, that was funny. And then when we was on that fingers, we was holding on.
That was crazy, bro. You got feet was going in my face. I was thinking,
oh, bro, the jet ski, bro. The jet ski. Days. Bro tried to kill me, bro. I'm never going to forget this ever, bro. Like, nah, man.
Tell me what happened.
I was shook. I'm an honest man, yeah. I was shook. I don't care. I'm on the back of the jet ski, yeah. And brother's thinking he's in some Need for Speed. Zun, zun, zun. And then two seconds later, we're off the jet ski in the middle of the ocean. I'm like,
not only that, but the jet ski was upside down too.
Bro, the thing flipped. I'm like, nah, bro. This guy's trying to finish me. I don't care, bro. Like, I was like, nah, bro. I'm not too confident in the water, innit? So when I was like, when he flipped, and I got my head back up, and I'm just all panicking and shit. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, bro's trying to rap me.
Crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, in life, yeah, you just gotta sometimes step into like the unknown and just take a risk. Like, and we'll get onto that. Like me, I'm taking risks. You're taking risks, yeah. But it's important because taking a bit like, nah, like Ty's going with his boy. I don't really know him like that. I'm not gonna come because that was really the first time you and YC really bonded, really. And even me and Rakai, like the dynamic was sick, but it was new. Do you know what I mean? So I think you got to take risks in life, man. Like that's just what it is.
Nah, man. You just gotta jump, bro. You have to jump, and that's what I feel like life really comes down to, bro. Like at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the only thing that you're gonna really be happy about at the end of your life is the experiences, the things that you've done in your life, the things you've gone through, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. It's about experiences, isn't it? So I want you guys watching this to make sure that 2024 is the year of you guys experiencing new things. Just try different things. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. More of the same only gives you more of the same.
That's it.
So instead of doing that, bro, like, just try different things. Like even it don't need to be going Portugal. Like I bought a bike the other day.
Yeah, chat to us about that.
Do you get me? Like I'm not the type of guy that's gonna wake up in the morning and go on the bike ride. That's not me. Do you know what I'm saying? But I thought, you know what, like, New Year, something different, get my mind right. I said I didn't even really get it for like the physical side of things. Like it's good that I wake up in the morning, even though it's cold and the backside out there. Yeah. Jump on the back, do you get me? Listen to my music, you're good to go. That's something different that I found, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, you don't need to be going on holiday. You don't need to be going to a club, hanging out a car window at 3 a.m. You don't need to do. Me and Ty is a bit radical when it comes to that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Spontaneous.
Just try something different, man. Try new foods. Like meet new people. Speak to a person that, like you know that 9 times out of 10 when you're going to work, you always see that same person on the train or whatever. And I feel like it's a London thing. Everyone's just to themselves. No one wants to talk to no one. Head down, headphones in, reading your newspaper. Just try that. Speak to that person you see sit down on the train. Bro, you got some nice shoes, you know. Where'd you get them from?
Man.
Do you get me? You
never strike up a new conversation. Literally, like Tay said, you never know what can happen off the back of one conversation. Literally, that's what I'm saying. And we're like, kind of like the biggest like testaments to that, because literally, if at that party we didn't start chopping it up and just one of us saying, yo bro, like I'm so and so, what's your name, find out more about, oh you got a business, me too, we wouldn't, this would not happen. You lot wouldn't be watching us right now, I promise you. Like no other dynamic would that have happened, you know what I mean? So sometimes you just gotta step into the unknown and like lean out of your comfort zone, because as we all know, you'll never grow in the current comfort zone that you're in. So you gotta try something new and do something new, man. What's another reflection or challenge you would say?
What, for the podcast?
For the podcast. I got one.
You got bare challenges, bro, man. Bare, like loads of different challenges. I'm gonna list them out and I'll probably pick one to dive into. But things that I know me, let me speak for myself. Like when I first started doing a podcast, I wasn't the most confident at speaking. I'll be honest with you. Like I'm not used to that. Like before the podcast, I was the type of guy where I'll be to myself in front of the room. I'll speak when I need to speak. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn like how to communicate on a podcast and understand that I'm not just talking to people from my area now. I'm speaking to a wider audience. So I've got to learn how to change my language too, change the narrative as well. So that's something I had to learn. What else, bro? Like even like managing a team. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like a lot of the audience, they just see the podcast for the podcast. Not knowing there's a whole system and team that keep this thing afloat. Do you know what I'm saying? Managing people. That's something that we both had to develop. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the podcast isn't just in our hands no more. There's people that we need to rely on to make sure the podcast is done. We need to make sure that we manage them in the right way. So there's that. Managing like conflicts in terms of the podcast as well. Like, I wouldn't say conflicts, but you know that like, let's just keep it a buck. The Rainbow episode. Like, that episode came out of nowhere. That's not our usual conversation. Kind of and we got like a lot of different opinions and reception from that. It's about how do we manage that and how do we keep continuing doing overcome that, regardless of whatever people are saying. Because I went viral, bro. That's millions of views on Twitter, TikTok. That became a trend. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that kind of like the things that were shared in that episode was kind of like confirming to people where Binny's podcast.
Before that, I didn't really hear like make microphones more expensive.
I
didn't really hear that.
Man, the backlash. It's real.
That kind of came. Like I started seeing that pop up like after this podcast still, and that's not a reflection of us really per se, but man, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying to you?
Certain things that just don't go to plan, because even for us, and again, like, I respect you even bringing this up. Like. That's not our, as you guys will know, that's not our usual bag. That's not really our content or what we try to promote. Like, as you guys know from all of our episodes, it's mindset, high vibrational, like we have conversations. So when like your podcast is being branded around something that is like an anomaly episode, let's just say, because the rest of our episodes aren't really like that. And then now you're in that bracket. It's like, that's a challenge.
In that bracket as well,
it's a challenge, man. I'm not going to lie, because like, couple times after that, immediately after the episode, like I'd be going and be like, I own this podcast. What? The one about men don't eat pussy? Like, I'm like, bruv, like,
have you heard the conversation?
You know what I mean, man?
For a year and a half.
Man, like the way the Superior Man episode, like all these other serious conversations.
Even that episode, bro. That episode went viral. That was your episode still. Like
that was mad.
Came guns blazing,
bro. But that's what I'm saying, like about the whole step into the unknown, because obviously none of us walked into that day, even though that's kind of our aim to like make viral podcast content. Like none of us stepped in and like, you know what, I'm gonna drop some one quote that's gonna do numbers. I did not know that was gonna do numbers. That was just me, as I explained what I'm kind of living through the books I'm reading, my lifestyle with the whiteboard and all this kind of stuff. So when I said that, clipped it, whatever, I'm just like, this is gonna do all right. And then 2 days later, all these pages are reposting it. Months after, still being reposted. Like even now, it will still go viral. Like every couple of months, it's mad. And people will send this to me like, "Oh, is this you?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. When I had no hair, that was me." Do you know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, whatever. So it's crazy. I'm grateful for all of these things, good, bad, and the not so good, because it's all learning curves and you learn. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
And I think that's another challenge for me, if I'm being honest. And I'm not gonna come on like I'm some mad. I'm not famous. I'm not known, yeah. But sometimes, like when people will come to me and be like, "Oh, I've seen this clip of you." That at first that was a bit challenging, because just like how you said when you came onto the pod, you're a bit more reserved, laid back.
Yeah.
I've got an extroverted personality, but I wasn't always this confident to put myself out there. And now when like things are going or have went viral, I'm grateful, because that shows that people are messing with the content and things are saying. But also it's like, raw, like, you want to just close the curtain, like, nah, why is there eyes on me kind of thing? It is a bit mad. I'm just going to be real. So you have to learn with that and live with it.
With me, because I had Trendset already, like, a lot of people knew me from Trendset.
Star boy, naturally.
Not even like, not even on the cocky thing. Not even
so.
on the cocky thing, but like, my area, let's just say people in my area, they knew me for Trendsetter. But when the podcast came about, I remember that time when I said I went cheat meals. And I went in there looking mad scruffy.
Someone knew you.
Rough and tough. Went inside there now, and then the girl behind the counter was just looking at me. I'm thinking, why are you looking at me for? Like, what's going on? And I was thinking, what, do I have like something in my nose?
Face
like, what's
like,
going on?
Yeah.
She was like, I've seen you. I was like, from where? Podcast. I was like, oh shit. I can't
Yeah, looking like this.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking rough. You know what I'm saying? Or even that carnival that year, 2021.
Yeah, that was mad. Yeah.
Not even last year, 2022. 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
Free.
Was it?
No,
you just had it.
Yeah, 2022. Like, that was crazy. Like, every minute we're getting stopped.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah,
that was sick.
Podcast. Like, ooh, I know you thought that kind of
Yeah, I did still. I'm like, yeah, that's me. You get me?
You know what I'm saying? What I want to do though, quickly,
yeah.
Let's go back. We're gonna play like 2 or 3 clips, from the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna play like one from me. Yeah. And then we're gonna talk about it briefly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Let's see.
That's a shout, mate.
Let's see what clips we got here, man.
Bro, do you ever like? One thing you guys do not see, is all the things we don't include, or like the time, the failures. It's not as you don't just see the videos and you're listening to us on wherever. Calm.
It's clean cut as polished.
Yeah,
really
but
truly is not.
I'm not gonna come here and lie to you. Like, I want to be as transparent and honest. Keep it real.
Yeah, man. And that's literally what we were just speaking about. It's crazy that I picked that.
And I think, sorry to interrupt you. I think one thing I'm happy we've done, is like, we just keep it real. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't believe that either of us have come on here and are like, okay, Tyler off. Me off camera is completely different to who I am on camera. Like, I will just be me. Like, and another thing I'm happy about myself that I've done is that I've leaned into my public failures. Like, remember that time with the hat? Bro, I wore one of your hats and it looked like I had a fucking. It was bare. I was actually bare embarrassed, bro. I was like, bro, this guy didn't even tell me, bro.
But that's your swag, bro. You get
but you know, I'm happy though, because
like he's in the night.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the hat was not sitting correctly. Certain things I've done that is a bit embarrassing, but I will firm it, and I've done it once it's filmed. It's out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like, I don't try and hold a certain image. I am me. I make mistakes. I do shit that I might feel like, oh, that's embarrassing. I should have done that, but I lean into that.
Question,
do you know what I mean?
At some point in the podcast, have you ever said anything or felt like an episode was cringy? Ever?
Ooh. Cringy.
Like you thought like, it's a bit cringe.
That's a good question. I think maybe towards the start, I'd say the whole of the first season, to be honest with you. I think because we were just kind of like learning the ways of the podcast, the dynamic between me and you. I think sometimes it was a bit forced and a bit cringy, I would be honest.
I feel like the cringiness kind of came from that, because we were dropping so many gems. It's a thing where we internalize them. This is how we live. But now when we're speaking about it, it sounds a bit foreign from people like us.
Yeah.
2 young black boys that really shouldn't be doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
So to the outside, it may come across cringy because it wasn't the norm at the time.
Yeah,
like things have a bit changed a bit now. Do you know what I'm saying? But when we started back then, and we just coming with motivation, inspiration, do this, you should do that. It came across as like, right, like, these guys.
I wouldn't say that's cringe though.
I wouldn't say cringe, maybe the wrong word.
I think cringe is the wrong word, because cringe, you look at yourself like, that was cringe of me to do. But I think like misunderstood, I would say, because I've experienced that as well, even from family members, where they're like, like, why is Ty talking about this? Or he's only 21 or like, who does he think he is? But it's not that we're coming on here to tell anyone to do things that we're not prepared to do ourselves. It's just that I'd say that we're not, I wouldn't say we're the average 21-year-olds. Not even, no pride, ego, all of that to the side.
Age. This is the first time we've done it.
Yo, it's out now. We ain't cutting this out, so it's done now, innit? Like, people our age, yeah, I would just say that we're on our own individual path, both of us, yeah. And like, a lot of people say that I'm wise beyond my years and that you are as well. So we're just talking about these conversations that we would already be having. But to the other people watching, not on a better, no one's better than no one, but like some people older than us might be like, oh, why are these young bucks talking about this? And what do they know about growth and mindset and discipline? And they ain't got nothing to be this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like, there has been that bit of shade, I would almost say, from other people older than us. But at the end of the day, you got to just feel the fear and do it anyways. I've never let the opinion of someone else stop me from, I'm not going to not make another episode because I've spoken to some brother who's 30 and he don't rate what I'm doing. Like, at the end of the day, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion, but I'm not going to allow that to change me and my actions and what I'm doing, innit? Because, and you'll always find that, like, the love will 10 times I'm not going to say hate, but the support will 10 times the non-support. So for every one comment of someone saying like, nah, brush these man, they're cringe or da-da-da-da, we've already got about 50 messages or 50 people saying, you know what?
I don't really got that though. I don't think we ever really got like, we're cringe. I don't think we ever got that.
But then again, no one would tell you that. Yeah, so you might be watching this like, them man are just cringe, bro. Yeah. Like, da-da-da. Yeah. But no one will say that. No one's going to DM Tay Trendsetter and be like, bro, can't lie, I don't rock with your team, dead it. Do you know what I mean? That's just life.
Even if you did, I wouldn't give a monkey.
Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, thank you for watching though. Do you know what I mean? But that's just life.
Let's play one more clip. Hey, what's the gem that I would leave them with? I'd say just go full throttle. Don't put your foot halfway on the gas. Go full throttle on whatever you're doing, whether that's starting a business, going to university. No matter what you're doing in life, go all the way in. I say it all the time, don't sit on the fence. Don't be that guy to sit in the middle and not pick your battle. Know what you're going for, know what you're aiming for, and go all in still.
I like that quote there, go full throttle.
Don't sit on the fence so you'll get what?
Joke up in your back.
That was like a theme of the podcast still. Do you get me? Don't sit on the fence.
Yeah, you told me that one still.
You know what I'm saying? That one's deep still. Like, and we're going to touch on this as well about going full throttle. There's certain things that you're doing real soon as well, where you said, you know what, I'm going to press my foot on the gas. I feel like, just in life in general, when you're in that middle zone, you're in no man's land. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, there's no left, there's no right. So you're stuck. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Even if you feel like this decision you're going to make may not be the right one for you, take it, because you can figure out as you go along. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But sitting in the middle of indecision, you're in the prison. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Do you get me? So yeah, man, go full throttle, man.
I agree, man. I think you was the one who told me about that quote or that saying, go, like, don't sit on the fence, you get joke up in your battery. But it sounds funny, but it's true. Like, you can't, like, as a human being, forget as a man, whatever, as a human being, you need to be decisive in life. Like, that quote, don't sit on the fence, you get joke up in your battery, almost reminds me of, like, you know, some people be like, oh yeah, I was stressed about doing something, so I went to sleep. You ever hear people say that?
Yeah.
And then you go to sleep, and when you wake up, it's still gonna be there. Do you know what I mean? So be decisive. Stop sitting on the fence and pick a lane. You either do A or you do B, or you do this or you don't do this. Like, sometimes, like, you can't be in a position where you're just delaying. You can't always delay and sit on the fence. So I think that's something I really try to internalize, and obviously we'll touch on that example in a second. But you can't sit on the fence, man. Go full throttle. Pick your lane, and that's it, man.
Take it to the Bible real quick, yeah? Real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a scripture in Revelation 3 verse 16, yeah?
Yeah.
It says, God detests it. He even warns. So because you are lukewarm, aka sitting in the fence, sitting in the middle, yeah? You're neither hot nor cold. I'm about to spit you out my mouth. So basically, like, I detest you. Like, you're nasty. Like, you can't even decide. Make a decision, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's in the Bible. Like, God doesn't like people that are sitting in the fence. Like, whether you want to go left or right, whatever, just do it now. Make a decision. You know what I'm saying to you? It's deep.
I agree. Like, literally, like, it's literally true. Like, we live in I believe anyways, we live in a binary world, yin and yang, noughts and ones, like hot and cold, as it says in that Bible scripture there. So there is no lukewarm. Do you know what I mean? Even like Alex Hormozy, yeah, he says that grow or die. There is no, like, maintain. You know how some people are like, oh yeah, I need to get to 5,000 followers and then I need to maintain. There is no maintenance. Is actually a myth, because maintenance is another form of sitting on a fence, because you're trying to not make more progress, but you're not making a decision to go back down, or you can't unmake progress. But you know what I'm trying to say? There is no maintenance in life. It's either you're growing or you're dying. Because if you try and maintain, other people are outgrowing you, so effectively you still are dying anyway. So grow or die. That's it. I agree with that still.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
Let us know, man, you guys' favourite episode was as well. What's your favourite episode?
My episode, I always used to say every episode is my favourite still. But I'd say looking back now on all the work we've done, it would have to be... Can I pick top 2?
Nah, bro. 1, bro. If you had to like show... Let's just say there was an investor for the podcast. And let's not say that because you're gonna pick a particular episode. Let's just say, let's keep it simple. Your favorite episode.
My favorite episode would probably be. I'm gonna have to go Way the Superior Man episode. Shout out Austin. You know what was coming second though that I was deciding about, and I was being sitting on the fence and getting joking my matty about, man. Was let me be decisive. My number one choice is The Way the Superior Man, but my close second would have been Armani's episode. Shout out Armani.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got bangers, bro. I can't lie, yeah. Like, bro, you lot are lucky, innit? Because we've actually got bangers. Ox's episode just came into my mind.
Yeah.
Bro!
I think that was me, my favorite.
We got some bangers, man.
Ox, what other episode?
Larger Ox, man. We got some bangers, mate.
I'm gonna go on there.
But I would say that's my favorite episode because I feel like that episode encapsulates what me and you are about, especially when we hop on here, man. Yeah, like growth, masculinity, mindset to a T. Like that. I feel like that just sums it up nicely. That episode was proper good. Yeah, man. I would say that was like our in-depth like book review. You know, we're both nerds deep down, bro. Let's be real. Do you know what I mean? So that one, yeah, man. That sat right with my soul. Can't lie.
Yeah, boy.
I like that episode. What about you?
Ox is definitely up there.
Yeah. Let me just look at the catalogue now. Ox got a strong episode.
Oh, I feel like Taft's one was good.
You know. Yeah, go on.
Taft's one was good still, I'm not gonna lie. We spoke about some, and that episode, I got to like learn about things that I knew of, but I didn't know from that perspective. Like, I got to learn about like Cadet, one of my favourite rappers from the UK. Do you know what I'm saying to you? R.I.P. Kent. It's like, I learned about Cadet and how he moved from someone that Cadet was actually close with. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like, what Krept and Corners, like, I didn't know that Krept went to the same university as Taff. Do you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I didn't know how like the whole of like Water Productions got put together and Foot Asylum. That kind of helped me with like a trendsetter wave too. Yeah. So, man. Yeah. I feel that, those are like my top 2. Taff and Ox still.
We got some bangers, bruv. Honourable shout out. Nah, I'm not even shouting out this person. Never mind. It was gonna be. Okay, I'm scrolling too much. I'm just not shouting. Anyway, yeah. Big up all the guests that came on, innit? Like, loud you up for real.
Quickly, real quick. You've got 15 seconds, to try and name. I'm gonna put a time on. Hey, wait. Stop thinking now. I can see you.
I don't know what the question is, bro.
I can see you.
I don't even know what the question is, bro.
Man, cause I started getting ready. So you got 15 seconds to name all of the guests you had on the podcast. Go.
Cool. Bexy, Amira, Taff, Amari, DCN, Taz, Natalie, Raindo, 3 seconds ago, Chrissy.
How much is that? Did you count it?
You were supposed to count, bro. I'll go man say to me to count afterwards, bro. That's like 8.
Yeah, alright, let's just say 8.
Alright.
You rounded it up 1 or 2, but 8.
That's 8 still.
I'll go.
Let me, yeah. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Crystal, Joe, Tamia, Black Travel Bay, Poku Banks, Ox, Amani, DCN, Amira, Raindo, JR.
Done.
How was that?
Yeah, you won still. Ah, man's picking.
JR's only come out.
They come out still, so I'm deducting that point.
Actually come out.
Large him up though, still.
Yeah.
But alright, cool. So we got a Q&A I want to do quickly, bro. Yeah. Obviously, you put on our story to ask us questions about the podcast. So for those of you who know, let me even talk about this. Yeah. Big news. I'm moving to Thailand. So for those of you who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you do because you have either one of us on social media. I have decided to quit my job set up my own agency called Career Path Pro, which is a Gen Z engagement agency, and I'm taking the risk to fully invest in my business and go 100%, and I'm doing that in Thailand. So I'm going to be moving, don't know when this is going to come out, but on the 20th of February, I'm leaving the country, one-way ticket, I'm going to Bangkok, Thailand, and that's where I'm going to be living for at least the next 3 years, is how I have it planned out. The reason why I'm going is because, like we've said in this episode and have been saying, is that sometimes in life you have to go full throttle and just fully commit. And I feel like with what I want to do in my career, I have been sitting on the fence. I have been saying I want to do this, but I'm still dabbling with my career and my job, etc. But I believe in myself, and you know what, man, I'm just going to take the risk and it's going to pay off. So, yeah.
Big move.
How do you feel about that, mate?
Boy, when you told me that, obviously I've known about this for a while now. You said you want to move out the country for ages. It weren't Thailand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was Spain.
Yeah. So, like, when you first said it to me, I said to myself, like, alright, cool. This ain't going to be for now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we still got time. Then one day, bro called me. No, you came here. You came to the office. He was like, bro, I'm packing it up, bro. Like, I'm keeping it moving. You said you're going to Spain. The next day, he was like, boom. Fuck Spain, I'm going Thailand. I said, this guy, bro. This
typical
guy,
Thailand, isn't it?
Typical Thailand, bro. Like I said, bro, obviously, like, boy to boy, man's gonna miss you type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know you're my brother. Away from the podcast anyways, you know what I'm saying? But
friends first, man.
Literally. But this is what you have to do, bro. Like, I'm happy for you to do this. Like, I want you to go out there. And I don't want you to come back for now, bro. Go out there, experience it, bro. Like, live it up to the fullest. Because like I said to you already, you may not be able to do this at another point in your life. Do you know what I'm saying? Now is the time that you have to do it. And this is exactly the same as the situation was with the podcast, bro. Like, we didn't know what the podcast was going to look like, how it was going to plan out, but we got here and then
made it work.
Exactly. It's going to be the same thing with you in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? Thai meets Thai. Yeah. So, bro, like, I'm happy for you still.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate that. First and foremost, I appreciate that, yeah. And I also want to say, like, I've been known that me and Tay, like, that's my boy. That's my family now, innit? Like, he knows my family, vice versa, yeah. But I think one of the things I was actually worried about, I'm gonna just keep it real, yeah, is like how my closest friends in my circle would take that. Because obviously me deciding to up and leave the country, especially in our case, is even more like unique compared to the rest of my friends, because I don't have a podcast or any other ventures with any of my other friends. It's just you. So not only are we friends, but we've got a business, basically. We're in a business partners, yeah. So I was a bit like, damn, like skeptical. How's bro gonna take this? Is he gonna think I'm mad selfish? Do you know what I'm trying to say? But honestly, like, and I know you, and I know the energy is genuine. Like, bro showed me nothing but love, and I appreciate the fact that bro can say, you know what, from a business perspective, it might make things a bit more difficult, but it is what it is. Because from a friend perspective, like, we're friends first. I know that this is the best thing for you and what you need. So when I came here, like Tay said, I came to the office and I was like, bro, sit down. I've got something to tell you today. Yeah, but I was like, bro, it's serious, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? But bro took it well, and me, I'm very observant, and the way that you responded, like, a proper, like, that just showed to me or confirmed what I already knew, which is that this is real, innit? Like, you're like part of man's family now, bro. Like, well, yeah, bro. So big up to you.
Come on, man.
My guy, man.
Honestly, you win still.
That's it. So
yeah, bro, it's looking like Thailand. But off the back of that now, I'm guessing the audience is going to be thinking that.
Yeah, we got a couple questions about it. So first question I've got is the one we're going to talk about now. So what's going to happen to Energizer Pod when you move to Thailand? So that is a great question, and that's probably what you guys are thinking immediately. Like, right, like, if this guy's ducking out to Southeast Asia, why for this? Like, what are we going to be doing? So with the podcast, I first and foremost want to say that, like, we're not quitting. Let's just put it that way. We're not quitting. Just because I'm moving to Thailand doesn't mean to say that the podcast is now done. Doesn't mean to say that we're just going to up it and leave it. Things will be different, but at the end of the day, like, we started this for a reason, and I feel like the purpose has not been fulfilled to its fullest yet. So we'd be shooting ourselves in the foot if we've just built something over the past 2 years for us to just leave it because one of us is going elsewhere.
Facts, man. We can't drop the rock on this, man. Like, this has been a 2-year process
in the making.
For us to build a community, build up all the energies to get to this point, to just leave it, it'll be a waste of 2 years. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So now it's just about continuing on the plan, just in a different way. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Switching up the formula. I don't feel like now's the right time to let them know exactly what that formula is.
Yeah, I don't think either, to be honest. I'm a gatekeep.
You guys will see. You guys are still gonna see us.
Strong.
Just in a different way, in a different light.
Strong.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you guys hold tight, but best believe that me and Ty are dedicated to Energizer. We put our heart, our soul, our money, and our time into this. There's no giving up. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just about reevaluating the way we're gonna be doing it. I feel like this way that we are gonna be doing it is gonna be better. They're gonna see more on who Ty is, who Tay is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of dive into our lives a bit more. See the bad parts, the good parts, the ugly parts, the new parts. And the same way that they was growing with us from that first episode up until now. Yeah. Now's a whole new path where you're going to be growing with us, like in different aspects of our lives. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. So I say all that to say, we are finishing, but we're finishing the season. We're not finishing the podcast.
Let's get a little clip, Blake. This one's for the clip, yeah? Yeah. We are done with the podcast. It's been a good 2 years. A lot of episodes.
A lot of episodes, man.
A lot of growth, a lot of good conversations.
A lot of gems.
But I feel like now it's just that time, bro. Like,
new chapter.
Let's get rid of the podcast. Like,
I'm done with this, man.
I didn't even really like the podcast.
Yeah. Me and Tay had a conversation. We decided that we don't want to be doing this anymore. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for watching over the past 2 years, but
this is our last episode, man.
We actually better that was yeah, keep it, bro. Yeah.
No, like put it as a clip. Man.
Yeah.
Socials, you know no, we're not quitting Energizer. Energizer's still here. And like I said earlier today, is that Energizer isn't just a podcast; it's a platform. Yeah. Which means that Energizer can go anywhere. It can be transformed into anything. You know what I'm saying? And they're really gonna see that. So yeah, right now we ain't lying. It is the end of season 2. We're going to be going over to season 3.
The other way. We're already in season 3. I was going back for the episodes. Yeah, we are, G.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are, G. Look, because, bro, we was on season 2, Poku Banks over a year ago. Season 2, episode 10. Season 2, episode 11. Then, when we started in the office...
Got it! Anyway.
This is season 3 now. That man doesn't even know what his podcast is about.
Do you know what? Because you've done so many episodes, I have been keeping track.
Nah, I hear it.
Cool, season 4. So... There's a gap between season 3 to season 4. You guys aren't going to see us for a couple of weeks. Yep. But we're coming back for season 4, rest assured, in a different way. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Let us know what your favourite episode was in season 3 as well.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And also comment below, like, for real, like, we got this is a community. Like, every time you comment or engage with us, we do reply. Do you know what I mean? We're not bougie. Do you know what I mean? Like, we appreciate you lot tapping in with us and vice versa. We're going to tap in with you guys too. I say all that to say, let us know below what you would like to come up. So the facts are, we're still doing a podcast. We're back for season 4 soon. Tay's going to be holding it down in London. I'm going to be holding it down in Thailand. But a podcast is still going to happen. So with that bits of information, what can you put together? What would you like to see from us? Let us know, man. And if some of them ideas are good, we might just, you know what I'm saying? One more question. Do we have any... Most of mine are the same. What's happening to the podcast? Go on.
Got anything interesting planned for this year? So, I'm guessing she's talking about let's talk about the podcast specifically.
Yeah. Nah, let's talk about the podcast first. Well, we kind of already said.
Yeah.
So
you can't really say too much.
Yeah. So how I want to do that is you talk about what's going on for you, and then I'll talk about after what's going on for me.
Alright.
What's in the pipeline, mate?
What is in the pipeline? Well, Ty's not the only one that's going over to Asia. Because I'm going over to Asia too. I ain't moving there though. But I'm going to be visiting China, which is going to be a dope experience.
Yeah, that's it.
Obviously, you guys know already, talk about every single episode. I've got the clothing brand Trendsetter. I feel like I've got to the point now where for me to get to the next level, it's only right for me to build a proper relationship with my manufacturers. So, I'm going to be travelling to the other side of the world, meeting up with my manufacturers, kind of seeing what the process is like there on the ground in the factories and whatever the case may be. I've seen videos. I ain't been alive in the flesh, so travelling over to China, starting something new as well. So Energizer is still going to be here, but I've got a new baby too. That's called Trend Stories. Trend Stories is a platform that's a part of Trendsetter, the clothing brand. Similar to the podcast, but slightly different. We're going to be speaking with people that I feel like are trendsetters and have a story to tell. Hence the name Trend Stories. So expect your rappers, your actors, your musicians, your directors to be here inside the Trendsetter office talking about their story, their come up. That's in the pipeline, so expect some more content on that front. You're not going to see me on the camera, but you're gonna see a few familiar faces. What else do we have planned for this year, man? I said to myself, this year is the year of consistency in terms of dropping for trendsetters as well.
Strong.
I'm dropping 10 months out of the 12.
Strong.
You know
I like that.
10 months
It's documented now, my boy.
It's documented now. So a lot more drops, and this year is like the year of taking a bit more risk with the things that we drop too. So as you know already, a lot of the stuff that we do, I wouldn't say it's safe, but it's like it's not too radical. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can wear it in a few different places. I'm gonna start dropping things that you can only wear in specific functions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, getting a lot more creative in terms of the designs. And yeah, bro. This year I really said to myself, just new. Just try and
rate
some new things. Like that's my year. Every year I always try to name it.
That's the prerogative.
Yeah, this year was new, man. Like anything, I'm just trying new things, bro. Like I ain't really gonna question it too tough either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If I feel like this is for me, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Those are just a few things this year. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't really say everything, but that's some of them. Man. What about you?
Before we move on to me, what am I trying to say? I've seen on your TikTok that like a couple people are asking about knowledge and yeah, bro. I'm not trying to bait your things, but I'm literally listening to you like, man,
how can I forget? That's what I'm saying. So much is going on.
Yeah, mate.
So I've started a new platform called Brand Elevation. I've been speaking about it for a while now, but it's officially launched. Brand Elevation is a platform for clothing brand owners who want to scale to the next level. The reason I decided to start is because when I first started my brand, Trendsetter, at 16 years old, I didn't have no one to give me the three main minerals of what it takes to grow a clothing brand.
Strong.
That's knowledge, resources, and connections. So I said to myself, once I do get to a certain point, once the office is done and all these things are happening, I'm going to turn back around and help clothing brand owners who want to get to that next level. Do you know what I'm saying? So now I've got to that point. This is me just following through on what I said I'm going to do. So I created a system called the Blueprint. The Blueprint is an acronym, and each letter within the word Blueprint is dedicated to a specific part of your clothing brand business. So I'll just run through it quickly. B stands for brand identity, L stands for lookalike audience, U stands for unique design process, E for effective manufacturing, so on and so forth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So 9 letters in the word Blueprint. So we're focusing on 9 specific parts of your clothing brand. Not only that, I said to myself, I don't want it just to be learning material. I want to make sure that after the program, every single participant can still grow their brand. Yeah. Automated by themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? So not only are we going to be teaching you the knowledge side of things, but we're also going to be providing you physical resources such as manufacturer templates, conversation templates. So let's just say you have a new manufacturer. What I've realised is when you're a new clothing brand and you're working with manufacturers, they're very quick at spotting you're a new brand. So they're going to charge you ridiculous prices. They may not take that much care in the production. So it's important that you position yourself as a professional from the jump. So with these conversation templates, you can do that.
That's hard. Like I think people need this as well.
Yeah, bro, like it's needed. If I had this when I first started my clothing brand, I would have been miles ahead. So things like Excel spreadsheets as well. It tracks all of your sales, whether that's through cash or online orders. That also helps you at the end of the tax year as well. Everything's calculated for you, automated that. And then the other aspect of it is key player connections, so connecting you with manufacturers in the UK. Yeah, man. Manufacturers in the UK and abroad, places such as China, Portugal and Turkey. All the manufacturers are vouched and verified, so you don't need to go through that phase of trying to find the right manufacturer or worrying about their quality. All of them are top notch. So there's manufacturers, then there's graphic designers. So they're all about bringing your ideas to reality now. If you have an idea, but you're not the best at Photoshop or Illustrator, we're going to connect you with graphic designers who can bring that vision to life. Strong. And then content creators as well. So we've got a range of different videographers and photographers that you can partner with as well. To get your content created. To get your content out there as well, man. So every single aspect of building, growing and scaling your clothing brand has been catered to. How can people get involved or learn from you? If you want to find out more about the Brand Elevation Blueprint, head over to my Instagram, any social media. Nice. Sorry to interject. It's not even if you want to learn more about the Brand Elevation Blueprint. Is if you want to. Wait. If you want to turn, yeah, I'm being so for real with you. If you want to turn your yearly income from your clothing brand to your monthly income into your clothing brand, if you want to start hitting 5-figure months for your clothing brand, reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok, or you can head over to the Brand Elevation website, or you'll find the in-depth video where I break down exactly what the blueprint is from start to finish. And then there's also a qualifier. The blueprint isn't for everyone. That's one thing that I've realised. You need to be at a certain point. So, that being said, there's a qualifier on there. Go through the questionnaire, keep it as real, honest as possible. And if you do qualify for the Brand Elevation Blueprint, then it's all yours. So head over to brandelevationSite.com, I'm pretty sure it is. I'll leave the link below anyway. And yeah, man, if you want to turn that yearly income to a monthly, you know where to find me.
That is it, man.
That is it.
Yes.
So yeah, man.
Thank you. Thank you. You got the full. I was trying to, you know what I mean, but it's not my place to say. So I'm happy bro. So definitely check it out. Brand Elevation, because I feel like there's a lot of clothing brand owners who are setting up, but there's certain things you can scale and get ahead quicker. And like, bro's got the blueprint, so why would you not want to access that? Like, it's like a cheat sheet basically. So yeah, man. And I know bro's not helping everyone and anyone and everyone. So as far as you guys, I'll definitely get involved as soon as possible. For sure, man.
What about you though, bro?
For me, so like I said, I'm moving to Thailand. Obviously, as you guys know, because we've spoken about it in a couple past episodes, I pitched my own job role to the CEO of my company about 1.5 years ago now. That's given me some great exposure and given me a lot of great results that I've done in my specific role, working as a Gen Z advisor, so being responsible for the whole Gen Z employee base across the UK for the company I was working at. Now that has equipped me with the networks and experience to kind of go for my own two branches basically. So where I've been getting a lot of different people reaching out to me on LinkedIn, wanting my insights and effectively wanting me to indirectly consult for them in their business, I'm now deciding to set up my own agency called Career Path Pro that helps global organizations build future-ready workplaces today. So what I'm going to be doing with my agency, it's a Gen Z engagement agency that helps global organizations attract, retain, and engage Gen Z/millennial talent. So imagine people like Tay or yourself watching, starting out your first full-time role. You just stay at this job for 1 year, then move because it's not really a bit of you, then stay, then move because again, it's not a bit of you. I will help that first company you was working for keep you in the organization by providing you as the employee with different ways and initiatives to keep you sticky at the company and make sure you enjoy the job and not just want to do what most young people do, which is job hop. So that's what my main bag is going to be, Career Path Pro. You can find all of the information and the links to any of my socials. It's always going to be at the bottom of the video. And on top of that, part of my business is going to be helping early careers talent who are just starting their business. So I'm talking graduates, college leavers, school leavers, or people like yourself who are in their first or second full-time job, kind of getting some experience under their belt. I will be helping you guys learn exactly how to do what I've done in my career, which is become a corporate entrepreneur. So thinking like a normal entrepreneur, but rather than going out on your own and being like Tay, setting up your own business, you can identify opportunities and make more money in the realm of your corporate job. Yes, it's possible. Yes, I have done that myself. And I can teach you guys how to get ahead in your career and start thinking like the CEO of your own career, because most people think like just an employee, let me just get in my job, put my head down, go home at 6, not talk to anyone, whatever, look forward to Friday, start again on Monday. So short and simple, that is the risk I'm taking, all in on my agency. I'll be running it fully remotely from Thailand. If you guys want to know how to progress your career and really get ahead, like everything you guys see me doing moving to Thailand is because I have used my job to do that. I've become an entrepreneur within my job, used my job to scale and get ahead, which has put me in a position to launch my own agency. And now I'm gonna be living with some nice heat in Southeast Asia, basically. So short and simple, if you wanna know how to progress your career, type up careerpathpro.co.uk, or not even that, just check the links because it's gonna be there anyways. And I got a free academy, so if you guys wanna know all free resources, courses and programs in order to do exactly what I've done, all for free, man, I want your money, you know, all for free, check the link below and it's gonna be there. So I'm done talk.
That's it, man. That's it. That's real big, bro. Like bro said, packing up, moving to Thailand.
Yeah.
And one lesson that I've learned from Thai is it's all about leveraging and transferable skills.
Real.
Me and Thai worked in the same company for a short period of time.
Yeah.
About a year.
About a year.
And I saw how Thai navigated throughout that company firsthand, and I rated it highly. Now he's gone and moved over from these skills from over here, which he developed in his career,
leverage,
to start up his own agency. That's what you call leverage and transferring your skills. So take something from that. As well as you learning about Career Path Pro and getting involved in it yourself, also learn about the background of that and how Thai was able to transfer his skills and leverage as much as possible, man. So, bro, keep pushing, man. 24 is a big year for us, man.
Both of us, man. But that is it, man. We're done. I'm done. I ain't gonna know what else to say. We got enough gems. You'll leave them with a gem.
Should we leave them a gem?
Yeah, let's leave them a gem.
Let's leave them with a gem. The last gem of season 3. So this one has to be
the last gem of season 3.
The last gem, put it like this. The last gem, as they know the podcast, as they currently know it.
Alright. Go on then. Alright, the last gem for the podcast as we know it,
this is the big gem, bro. Because this is 2 years of knowledge, bro. So make sure this gem is big.
Alright.
You're putting this 2 years into this one gem.
I would say that my gem, is prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself that you are the person that you claim to be. Like, let's take it away from you guys. Let's look at me. The past 2 years, go back at all the past episodes. I've been saying I want to take risks. I've been telling you guys to grow your mindset and self-develop and all this kind of stuff. But there's a certain point where I have to start walking the walk that I've been talking about for however many months, I know years. So I would say for myself, me moving to Thailand and quitting my good job that I have to start my own business abroad is an act of me proving it to myself. Respectfully, forget you lot. Respectfully, forget Tay. I'm proving it to Ty. Ty is proving it to himself that he is that person and he really is about that life that he says he is. So for you lot, prove it to yourself that you are about that life. Prove it to yourself that you're about self-improvement. Prove it to yourself that you want to make a change in your life, because forget everyone else. Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm doing everything I know I could be doing to better my life and better my situations? I always talk about taking risks, and now look at me, I quit my job and I'm moving to the other side of the world. I am taking that risk, man. So prove it to yourself. Big. Yeah. My gem, I always leave them with FCHW, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna sell you guys short this time. This gem has been like guiding me throughout the past, I'd say like 2-3 months since I've learned it. It's a formula called Be, Do, Have. I posted this on my TikTok and it went crazy because it's the truth. So in life, a lot of us want to do big things, and you should want to aspire for that. Naturally, as humans, you want to progress and do as much as you possibly can. But before you achieve those things, there's a process that you need to go through. Before you can do more, before you can have more, let alone, before you can have more, you have to do more. Before you can do more, you need to be more. So let me give you this equation now, Be more, do more equals have more. Be less, do less equals have less. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So if you do want to have all of these big things, the nice house, moving to Thailand, whatever the case may be, think about the person that you need to become first. That's the foundation. What person do you need to become? Once you become that person, you're going to be the type of person that do the actions of this type of person as well, which are going to lead you to these results. So that's what I say, man. Be, do, have. That's my formula, man. That is it.
That's it, man. And on that note, Energizer, we're out. It's been a good 2 years.
It has.
Yeah, man.
Done talk, man. I'll see you in the next. I'll see you soon.
Come on, man. Love.